Hey there, welcome back to Spirit of a Handyman. Today, we're going to look at changing out an expansion tank. Let's take a look at that.
He's got the spirit of a handyman, a handyman.
What is an expansion tank exactly? Well, I'm glad you asked. I was wondering the same thing. I had a customer call me and say that they needed their expansion tank replaced. It was at a salon, water was pouring everywhere, it was awesome. I didn't have the time to make a video, so this is my second expansion tank replacement, and I'm filming this one. So an expansion tank, first of all, is basically half air, pressurized air, and half water. So as the water heater is heating up this water and it expands, it needs a place to go. And so the added pressure in the line is going to basically absorb into this tank. But if the tank starts to fail, then the water pressure in your house gets weird. In the salon's case, there was water like just pouring from this thing. It was awesome. High intense situation. This one is a fairly simple one. Basically, it should have a little bit more of a pinginess to it. Let's check out this new one. That little pingy noise. I'm gonna be swapping out this old one with this new one. It's a fairly simple task. I would rate it at a novice level, perhaps not beginner, but like pretty easy thing. I'm estimating this is gonna be like a half-hour job, which means it's probably more like an hour job. But basically, all we need to do is get in there, undo that little 3/4 inch connection. It'll drip, it'll make a little bit of wetness, so I'm gonna have a towel handy. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a couple wrenches, some Teflon tape, and you need a either a bicycle pump or some way to put some pressure on the system. So let's check this out together. This video is made by a regular guy just like you who's trying to make some money, save some money, and do it himself. So hopefully this video inspires you to get out there and do it yourself too. If you have comments or suggestions or things that I screwed up during this installation, please leave those comments down below. Would love to hear that and grow as a community together. Locate the nearest shutoff valve. Go ahead and give that. Keep the water off. So that's this line. So we shut the water off there. Then this water will drain down into the tank. It still is going to leak some, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can relieve some pressure. Cool. Just like that. Drop the towel. Didn't catch it all, but that's cool. All right. So, relieve the pressure from this. Now I think we can just unscrew the expansion tank. If all goes well, I can just kind of like twist this fella off. I don't want to mess up this pipe while I'm doing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and like hold on to this too. Good, that just loosened it up for me. Now that'll start to drip. Goodbye, baby. Oh. Oh, that was awesome. Still some pressure in there. All right, so pull that off. It sprayed a little bit of water. This is just some extra. This is warm coming out of here, so a little bit of pressure that maybe I didn't relieve from here all the way. But as that just drips dry, I'm going to go ahead and check the water pressure to the house. That's the next important thing. All right, to test the water pressure for the house, basically we're going to match the water pressure for the new expansion tank to the pressure of the house. So we hook up this little gizmo to the nearest place where we can thread it on. Turn on some water pressure. All right, so now we have to charge with air the pressure in here. This is just like doing a tire for your bike, whatever, for your car. Just bring it closer. So we want to give this thing a little bit of a charge then. This thing is only going to pump up to 100 psi. So just give it a little bit more pressure, see where we're at. Just over 40. I'll wrap this puppy in some Teflon. Now we just plug and play. Because this thing is so big, really, I don't even need a wrench to throw on here. I can just tighten it by hand, I think. I mean, that's on there real good. All right, that should be it. We've got the pressure matched the air side to the water side. That's really the hardest part of this. There you have it. That's how to change a expansion tank on your water heater. Super quick and easy. Takes half hour, somewhere in that range. You don't need a lot of tools, just a couple of wrenches, air pressure gauge, water pressure gauge, and you're in business. So comment down below. Would love to hear how this went for you. Did you save yourself some money as you did this project? Did you make some money doing it for somebody else? Comment down below. Would love to hear that. In the meantime, stay tuned for more updates from Spirit of a Handyman.